And I'm going to start with the country's premier agriculture economist, Professor Gulati. You've been writing on this for years, long before perhaps the rest of the media realized that maybe we need to focus on agriculture. Do you see a solution when farm incomes seem to be falling, even as ironically we have overproduction? Do you see a solution, sir?
Solution is possible provided we change our mindset from tonnage-centric policies to farmer-centric policies. The elites were very much involved in agriculture in 60s and early 70s when the nation was living from ship to mouth. And for 2 liters of milk, you had to stand in the queue for 3 hours. Then the best brains worked on it, and we overcame all those deficit years, and now we are a net exporter of agricultural produce. But our policies are still of 1950s and 60s. At the drop of a hat, if the onion price goes a little higher, put export bans. Private trade cannot be allowed to work in this. So what we have done, all our effort, including when this government came, was how to bring down the prices. So when you try to pull down the prices, there is an inherent, implicit consumer bias in the system. And in an effort to pull down those things, you have made the farmer poor. If you want to help the poor, we must come up with whether 70% of India needs food at 2 rupees a kg, or is it 20% of India that needs support? We are giving 1,84,220 crores of food subsidy at 90% rate to 67% of population. Can India afford that? Then there is no money left for investments, no money left for farmers, because if the farmer price goes up, the food subsidy bill explodes. Therefore, I think the policies of 50s and 60s, which were so-called protecting the poor, and in that effort making the farmer poor, they need a slight shift.
So in a sense, you are saying that the farmer, just as we had a trade and industrial liberalization in the early 90s, it's now time for a true farm revolution, liberalization, open up the farmer to new practices.
I'll give you one little example, and that will give you the sense of magnitude of the problem. We worked for 2 years, 17 years analysis, which is on the website, that farmers on an average did not get about 14% of their income. You know, they got 14% less income what they could have got otherwise because of restrictive trade and marketing policies of the government. That translates to each year at 17-18 prices, 2,65,000 crores of plundering, I would say, of agriculture, diverting it to the consumers. For 17 years, 45 lakh crores, the system has diverted and plundered farmers' income in the name of whether protecting poor, and you and me also get benefits of that. I think those policies, which are hidden instruments, there is no income tax, but the hidden instruments of trade and marketing policies implicitly tax our farmers, and we are in minority of the 52 countries that produce about 80% of the global output. There are only 3 countries which are taxing their farmers implicitly through their policies. India is one of them.